Oh, would you look at that? Another chick well past her prime, not realizing that she's the problem in the situation, and it's not that, oh, what happened? Where did all the bed go? But this one, okay, she's famous, and that ended up prolonging her peak, theoretically, at least her profile. And we're seeing this happening time and time again in different vocations, but whenever a specific instance like this pops up, we need to go ahead and highlight it and learn from the example. Christie Brinkley, the former model, Billy Joel's former squeeze, somebody who's been married not once, not twice, but 5 separate times, hitting the ripe old age of 69, nice, open to finding love, but laments the lack of options. Doesn't seem to be anybody out there. Imagine that, still thinking that you can go ahead and command such demand in the sexual marketplace, but not realizing that, yeah, you might be Christie Brinkley, you might be that former runway model, but you're 69 years old, okay? You are well worn. Don't tell me there aren't options. I am sure your Instagram DMs are completely and totally flooded with options. You're just not happy with the options that you can cultivate at this point in time. You're not happy that you can't still demand the same caliber of man that you could at 29 now that you're 69. Like, let's just reconcile with what you're actually dealing with here. Supermodel Christie Brinkley has not closed the door on love, but the ageless beauty. Clearly, that's why you had to lead with the age, right? She's ageless, though, is not sure there's a suitable person open for her. This is another one of those. We see this time and time again. Now we're starting to see it a lot younger with all of these Instagram thoughts that are out there, and all of the old fitness models from back when Instagram was first popping. Now that they're starting to get to the wrong side of 30, now that they got somebody's kid in tow, now that they aren't quite getting the same type of advertisements and sponsorships that the younger, newer crop that's popping up every single day was getting. Oh yeah, now all of a sudden they're starting to get a little bit more radical. Some of them are starting to throw their former flings under the bus. Other ones are just deciding to just go ahead and cling fast to their Bible, thinking that they will just go ahead and just pray away the sins of Dick's past, and they could just go ahead and latch on to the last good beta that's available out there, not realizing that they squandered their youth and they're never going to be satisfied with the options that they currently have right now. Sucks to suck, I guess. Brinkley recently admitted that while she remains open to a relationship, she's unsure about the dating pool. Exactly. There just doesn't seem to be anybody out there right now, she lamented to People magazine. Brinkley, yeah, she told this to People magazine. Again, please, somebody good, please come save me from my lifelong poor decisions. Brinkley, who's been married 4 times, famously, to singer Billy Joel, and recently to architect Peter Cook. Yeah, so you were married to one of the most talented musicians of the 20th century. An icon of music. I understand, yeah, you got drunk and plowed into a house. Okay, well, who hasn't been there? Then you managed to snag an architect and you still weren't satisfied with all of that stuff. Gee, I think you probably filed for all 4 of those divorces and you're out there angling for your 5th. Like, come on, man. How many times can you fail and continue to blame everybody else and now realize that you're the real problem? Come on now. At the same time, she continued, I'm pretty comfortable with my life the way that it is. So, okay, Sarah. Yeah, I'm so comfortable about it. I need to go to People magazine. I need to have Fox News. I need to have New York Post pick up my story because I'm not satisfied with the suitors in my DMs. Unbelievable. I always said my whole life. Right. This is all about me. I'm pretty comfortable the way it is. I've been married before. I remain open to this stuff. I've always said my whole life that I think that you have to be happy alone so that you can get with a man for the right reasons and you're not clinging to him because you need to. Yeah, need to get with him for the right reasons. Yeah, for the right at 60. What are the right reasons now that you're pushing 70? Do tell. Recently, as of 2022, Brinkley was adamant that she would not utilize one frequented avenue for finding love. No, of course not. Nope, never. She told Social Life magazine of using a dating app. I'm too famous for that. Why would I need to do that? It's so funny, right? Because Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle, big Diesel. He actually got banned. What was it, on Twitter or something like that? Because nobody believed that it was actually Shaq that was on there. Guys, they're looking for a hookup. They're looking for a long-term relationship. There is no avenue that they will not uncover. But no. She's unsatisfied with the options that are out there, but she's not willing to exhaust all of them. I'm still open for it, but I just don't like any of the suitors that are out there. Like, oh, just shut up. You just thought that somebody would end up and easily drop by, just like they used to in your past. But now that they aren't, because there are a plethora of other options, and you're right down there at the bottom after you spent your entire life being told that your beauty's never going to fade. Your ageless beauty. You never had to develop a three-point shot, and now you realize that the game has changed. Oopsie daisy. In 2020, years after her breakup with singer, she was also banging John Cougar Mellencamp. What are we doing here? Brinkley insisted. My love life is that I love life. Exactly, my love life is my life. Oh, the love of my life is my life. Also, you're a narcissist. Well, you're also female, so it totally makes sense. She and Mellencamp dated for over a year, beginning in 2015, bonding over their families. Yeah, see, exactly. When it comes to relationships, there is something nice about it, just being the same age. Well, yeah, of course. But okay, cool. If you're also looking for 70-year-old guys on the stroll, well, guess what? 70-year-old successful guys that you're already naturally screening for ain't looking for a 69-year-old bitch. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it a buck on this one. If they're free, if they're available, and they're on the market, they're looking for the 29-year-old Christie Brinkley. They're not looking for the 69-year-old vintage model, okay? When it comes to relationships, yeah, there's something nice about being the same age. It says a woman in this one. Guys never think the same way, at least with their unfettered thoughts. You might get some, pussy whipped fruits that are out there. They'll just go ahead and say, well, you just need to find somebody age appropriate. You're an idiot. No, you never really know what's going to happen, she said to them, potentially tying the knot. John and I are two people that have very full lives. Oh, we just didn't have time for your overt narcissism. Okay. We're just trying to enjoy each other when we can see each other, and not trying to put too much pressure on it. Oh, she was saying about this at the time, and then what happened to your relationship? Oh, we just had such full lives that we were full of each other. Just days ahead of her 70th birthday, Brinkley is relishing a life as it is. Yes, of course. She's just happy the way that it is, and I'm just so happy that I need to have this article saying that, yeah, I'd like to find love again, but I'm just so happy with my life. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I'm not bitter. I still have a few days left in my 60s. Nobody says this before I dance into my sensational 70s here with a broken hip on February 2nd. Oh, fantastic. But I already know it's going to be a spectacular year. I know that's my plan. I'm old enough to know that it's not up to me to make sure of it. She wrote on Instagram. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what her following we'll take a look at what her following on Instagram is like. How many eyes are in here? That'd be another thing to run an account on. To say to my kids, go out and make it a great day. Now that you're saying to myself that I'm just going to make it a great year. I've had a lot of close calls, and I feel lucky and grateful to be here. I just can't believe that I got here so fast. It speeds up. So my advice to all you youngins out there is love, laugh, and live it up. Yeah, just like some old vapid ex-housewife. Live, laugh, love. Yeah, that'll keep you warm at night with your box of wine and whatever's left at the bottom of your feed bag. Remember, guys, she's so happy with her life that she just needs to go ahead and, post all of her, better times that I had right there, and see how good of a person I was. I was always so great back in the day. See, remember when I was like super hot and stuff? But I love being 60. I don't need to try to recapture my youth by constantly hanging out with my daughter in very lavish places. Nope. I don't need to fill the emptiness in my life with a bunch of wine. And oh boy, if I had been looking at this with a different lens to begin with, but just how many different pictures is she also, okay, just inappropriately dressed for somebody in her 70s now, but she also just has a copious amount of alcohol with her. That's a big problem in that one. Okay. But everything is all about her. I love my family. I have such a full life, but then when it's all said and done, I need to show you how good of a person I am. I need to show off my underlying alcohol problem, and I need to constantly show you how good I look for being 70. Guys, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me at all. Nope, 1000%. I'm totally going to be fine at the end of this. If I find love, that would be great. But if not, well, it's all right. My life is still full at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about me at all. Unbelievable. The level of cope that chicks, even into their 70s. This is a problem, man. And it's like her profile picture. It's not exactly indicative of what she looks like now, but of course I don't expect honesty. Of course, why? I'd be foolish to do that. But women who never, ever, ever develop, who never figure out that there is so much more to the game than just simply being a beautiful face, are doomed to end up like this. You're seeing this pan out time and time and time again. If it wasn't for her just being a ridiculously rich, thanks to her very opportunistic relationships that she's had in the past, she would be going down different avenues in order to finally secure the bag. But thankfully, that's not the case. And who knows, that's probably not her predilection or anything like that. But she ended up actually monetizing her beauty at a time when you could actually effectively monetize your beauty. But now that's having terrible downstream effects. 12,000 plus posts. That's a lot. That's a big old red flag as well. Like Paulina Porzakova before her, Donna D'Errico. These are just old spinsters that are doomed to just troll the empty halls of social media to tell everybody else how fulfilled their lives are, how happy they are with their decisions, when in actuality, they're just lying to another generation. This is just feminism in another form rearing its ugly head. Don't look at her as an example. Look at her as a chilling tale of what you could end up like without any of the glitz and glamour when you hit 70 and realize that the decisions that you make in your 20s and 30s are going to have long-lasting effects. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.